The RESCOAST project, co-financed by the Interreg MAC 2014 to 2020 cooperation program, was set up to anticipate and respond to the effects of climate change suffered by the coastal and fishing communities of the Canary Islands, Mauritania and Senegal. To this end, as part of the RESCOAST project, the University of Las Palmas de Gran Canaria has put forward a proposal for resilient coastal protection in Senegal based on studies carried out on the ground. To do so, it has used the methodology developed from the ISLAB Islands as laboratories of the Anthropocene line of research by the well-known RSCAPES research group belonging to the TIDES University Institute of the University of Las Palmas de Gran Canaria, with a multidisciplinary team from the Institute of Oceanography and Global Change, IOCAG, the Technological Institute of the Canary Islands and Raley Coastal Studies. The Republic of Senegal is one of the action areas for the RESCOAST project. This African coastal country in the northwest of the continent has various coastal areas seriously threatened by rising sea levels. The area at the mouth of the Senegal River in the north of the country is one of the regions at greatest risk of coastal erosion on the Atlantic front, especially the area of La Langue de Barbarie, a sandbar about 35 kilometers long and only 300 meters wide between the Atlantic Ocean and the Senegal River. This protects the island of St. Louis, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which is barely 2 kilometers long by 400 meters wide and the continental front of the urban center of Sor. The constant climatic and environmental threats affecting La Langue de Barbarie area, with high population density focused on artisanal fishing, could lead to more than 10,000 people being forcibly moved. This provokes considerable social resistance because it threatens their main form of subsistence. Based on experiences in areas with similar problems, initiatives developed in the Netherlands have been studied, such as the sand engine near The Hague and the new Honsboscher dunes in the north of the country. The RESCOAST multidisciplinary team is organising a set of studies carried out around 4 themes to create what is known as the Fourth Island. The main aim of this is to protect the urban centres of La Langue de Barbarie, the island of St. Louis and Sor. Firstly, there are studies linked to deciding what shape the island should be, including parametric studies and assessments of how it would behave in the environment depending on its shape. Secondly, there are studies on the behaviour of the sea in the area, taking into account currents and other phenomena. These include an investigation carried out by the National Laboratory of Civil Engineering, LNEC, into how the proposed solution would behave in the medium and long term. Meanwhile, the studies carried out by HKV confirmed that the Fourth Island project could protect the urban area of La Langue de Barbarie against storms. Thirdly, studies are being carried out on the construction systems for the artificial island and its logistical planning. They propose a hybrid reinforced semi-rigid solution facing the Atlantic coast and a bed of sand on the eastern front. Studies on the proposed use of new materials based on Taifa and hydraulic lime carried out at the University of Las Palmas de Gran Canaria are also included. Finally, based on environmental characterization studies and biodiversity development hypotheses, mangrove-type coastal surface vegetation and underwater vegetation with seaweed are proposed, leading to 3 landscape planning proposals. In short, the Fourth Island is not only intended to be a coastal protection area, but also a large natural park, a leisure area of interest to tourists surrounded by nature and local residents. It would also be a place of advanced research on the assessment and monitoring of coastal dynamics and of biological interest as an ecosystem in balance with experimental agricultural production or the establishment of renewable energies. The RESCOAST project team sees a need to continue in-depth studies of solutions for La Langue de Barbarie area due to the serious exposure to bad weather and coastal erosion suffered by the local population. But it is confident that the Fourth Island can be the beginning of a resilient solution based on nature, not only for the population, but also for the economy and development of the area.